part of it. Like, I've had that much time, and I spent like probably 3 years where that's all I focused on, man. I'd play a game even if it was shitty, but if I knew you could get 1,000 down gamer score off of it real easy, then I would still play it. Hello and welcome to Game Boys Podcast. We're back again for another interesting episode. You have James or Mystery 8-Ball.
You got Will or Mew.
And we're ready to talk about gaming. So, we're going to start off the way we always start off and talk about our streams, our wheel spin, book report, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I think we actually I think we had a little bit more of an enjoyable experience this time from what I could tell.
Oh yeah.
Will, why don't you talk about what your stream first? We'll start with you.
So first off, I want to shout out user on Twitch. It was JKX Wing. And there might have been some numbers, I don't remember. But he told me some facts about the game. And it was like, what was it? Yuko's Island Express?
Yoku's, yeah.
Yoku's. And in this game, you were a dung beetle who accidentally becomes a postmaster. And I have to say right off the bat, I think this game is adorable. It is what he called a pinball adventure game, which I've never heard that term before. You compared it to
Pinball Quest, which was an old game from, I think, regular Nintendo, maybe, possibly Sega Genesis days. Either way, it was a long time ago. It was really cool. It's basically the same idea.
Yeah, believe it or not, I've never heard of that. So, basically, you take your little dung beetle and his little dung ball down like the side-scrolling map. It's on this side-scrolling map, and every once in a while you'd run into like pinball type puzzles,
paddles and everything.
Yeah, paddles and everything. And the game was super charming, and we had what was his name again? JKX Wing join in chat, and apparently he's done some development for the randomizer mode on the computer version, which was real cool. And he set world records, stuff like that. So he gave me two interesting facts, or one interesting fact, and he showed me something that the Debs accidentally left in, which I thought was funny. There's the one interesting fact he gave me was one of the animals, whose name I can't remember, is based off of one of the creatures from the Neverending Story series. And I thought that was real cool because when I saw it and he said it, I was like, yeah, I can see it. So that was cool.
You could tell from a lot of the things he was posting that, I mean, he absolutely loves this game. Like,
yeah, he all his emotes were, based off the game and stuff like that. So it was real cool to have someone randomly join in like that. That's a big fan of the game you're playing.
Yeah. That can have positives or negatives depending on how it's approached, but he seemed to do okay. Sometimes people that are really good at a certain game, and if you're trying to stream it, all they want to do is like
backseat
criticize you or ruin the entire experience for you or whatever, which he didn't seem to do. So that was cool.
No, he made one joke at one point that you kind of pointed out to me.
Like, where are you going? He wonders where you're going because it looked like you were backtracking.
It was after on the map, it showed me where to go, and I decided to go somewhere else. But I think he realized, because I mentioned, I was like, I'm going to go backtrack and go to another quest. And he's like, oh, okay. So in this game, you pick up random power-ups like a fish that attaches to your butt. You can dive underwater. That was cool. You pick up a vacuum cleaner so you can pick up these slugs that explode on impact. They stick to your dung ball and they'll blow up on certain things. And like I picked up it was a party whistle. And I got one of my newest favorite achievements from that thing. You blow the party whistle 100 times, you get an achievement. And I was just blowing that thing any chance I could get. It was just a little stupid thing. And I was like, it also has its little abilities. It helps like break items and stuff like that. Overall, I think I give this is probably on the same level as Subnautica. Like, I loved this game. It was a super fun experience. It wasn't a game I would have gone out of my way to play otherwise if it wasn't for the wheel spin. And I'm really glad I got to play it. Probably like a 8.5 out of 10.
It's good.
I think that's about where I gave Subnautica too. All the other games weren't that great though.
Not yet. Anyways, we got plenty more.
All the ones that you've done so far haven't been that great for me. And I ended up playing. I originally planned to only play for like an hour and a half, and I think I played for almost 3 hours. It was like 3 hours, maybe 2.5 hours, somewhere in that range.
That was kind of why I was thinking that we must have. This must have been a good.
This was definitely a good wheel spin.
A good wheel spin for both of us because we both played for a really long time.
Yeah. And I will say this game has the best fast travel in the world. Literally, it's like you get sucked up into like a barrel, Donkey Kong style.
You get shot out of a cannon.
You just shoot yourself across the map in between barrels over and over. Again, Donkey Kong-esque. It was real great, and I freaking adored it. I would just sit there and play with the cannons over and over just because it was funny to see the little cute dung beetle get shot out. What else? I don't remember if the dung beetle had a name. I don't think so. But
so that's not Yoku then? Who's Yoku?
It might have been Yoku. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, it's probably Yoku.
I mean, Yoku has to be somebody. If it's not him, if it's not that thing, then it's
I don't
something to do with the island somewhere.
I don't remember them ever saying his name. There's this one cool creature that they called the it was a god killer. And I swear to God, he looked like Cthulhu. I don't know if you picked that up or watched it or not, but I kept saying you look like Cthulhu.
I might have missed that.
Yeah. I don't even know if you know who Cthulhu is.
Yeah. I mean, depending on which Cthulhu, whatever, like if you're just talking about like the old, like
the what is that called? Elder God? No.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe. So you're talking about the real thing, not something that where like they give it the name and it's from some like superhero book or magazine or something. Okay.
Well, usually all those are basically the same design, anyways.
Kind of, yeah.
They all have the same premise. They're all elder gods or whatever that thing's called, because it's from some old book that I can't remember the name of. It's gonna kill me because I know it. Anyways, it was really enjoyable. Basically, from what I gathered, the end goal is to defeat it by gathering 3. I compared them to Triforces. I don't actually know what they were. I never ended up picking one up because I was too busy exploring and stuff like that. I was just having a grand old time. And
I saw quite a few achievements pop. Apparently, they.
Yeah, I got achievements galore. I don't know how many there were. I should have checked on that. But yeah, overall it was just a fun experience, and I wouldn't say it's a stay list, but I would say it's probably playlist. I'll probably get back to it eventually. Like, I'm not going to rush back to play it, especially right now or this month in general. This month is busy for gaming because 2 fucking big games for me at least came out.
Yeah.
You said Warzone comes out on the 16th. I'm sure we'll play that.
Yep.
2 days later, my new Pokemon game comes out, so I'll be playing that.
Yeah.
So, my schedule's kind of booked for gaming right now.
It's all right. You can still fit a couple hours for a stream.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to stream games, but I'm not going to have time to go back to this game at the moment.
Yeah.
But I definitely could see myself playing it again in the future. It was, like I said, it wasn't exactly a game I would have seeked out, but I'm glad it.
Well, that's sort of the point of of us doing this, because it's games that we probably never would have played otherwise.
I will say I suck at
missed
pinball.
out on an experience. So
I will say I suck at pinball, and this game proves it.
You gotta learn how to hold the paddle up and let the ball just sit there, and then you can let it down, and then when it rolls down, you can time out your shot. Like, you kept missing this one shot because every time the ball came, you just were whacking at it. If you'd have held like the paddle up and slowly let it down, the ball will slowly roll down.
I didn't even think of that, but I was trying to keep track of where it was going, because when it rolls onto the paddles itself, there's a little yellow line that's on there, or light, and I was trying to time it out with where it was at.
Yeah,
I'm just bad at it. It's what it is. So, how was your game? Phoenix Point.
Phoenix Point. Okay, so first of all, one thing to know is I was way outside of my element. I do not play strategy games. As soon as I found out this was a strategy game, I just knew I was going to be bored to tears. Because strategy games, by nature, are slow. Unbelievably slow. Because, and especially when it's turn-based on top of that, holy shit, it's slow. I can tell you this. My thoughts going in was it looked really good. Like, had cool graphics, not necessarily like mind-blowing great. And it looked like there was like, a lot of, it was going to be highly involved, and, just based on the research I did before I played it, because I didn't want to make the same mistake as I've made in the past here, where I just go and blindly play the game with absolutely no prior knowledge. And to be honest, I didn't have enough knowledge even still. The one thing I did find out, because there was a guy who made a video who plays these kinds of games. Like, he's plays those strategy games. He loves all the little XComs and shit.
What was it? StarCraft?
I don't know. You Command and Conquer, you name it. There's a whole bunch like this. But so he said he suggests for anybody, even people that are good at these types of games, to play it on the easiest level. So typically I never do that. But because someone that's got that much history, that much ability on these games said to do it that way, I did. I played it on Rookie, as they called it. And surprisingly, it was an absolute blast. It's so deep. The story is so deep. I could talk for hours because it's still not really be able to tell you anything, really. It's deep. There's a lot of lore. But basically all you need to know is it takes place on Earth, which I thought was weird because it's in the future, but not like super distant future. And there's a Pandoran virus that's turning the humans into these aliens that they call Pandorans or whatever. And I don't even understand how like some of these were ever human, because they just look like aliens. I don't really understand why they put that in the story, but so to start off, you have one base, but there are bases all over Earth that you can activate. So, and you have you have to you have to recruit your little group, and they all start off at level 1. And if they die, they're gone forever.
Oh, fuck.
So yeah. So it's permadeath for your characters if they die. It's heartbreaking. I think you saw that Jacob guy die.
Fucking Jacob.
He turned out to be my best soldier. The dude was like level 6 before he died. There's only you only go up to level 7.
Okay.
He was level 6, and he was the first, he was the highest ranked one. And none of my people died until our base was attacked. And so I go in there try to defend the base, and three of my people died, but I did successfully defend the base that time. And Jacob sadly was one of them.
Didn't you fail a mission because Jacob died?
Yeah, that was just part of the like tutorial or whatever.
Okay.
Because when people die, it doesn't stop the mission like it did that time. That's just because it was a tutorial, so no one was allowed to die, I guess.
Gotcha.
But so past that, I actually got a lot better as I was going along until I think a mistake I made was I spent too much time trying to build shit, like because you can build things on your base to make your base stronger and better. And, you know, as opposed to actually going out and getting into the action. So apparently I gave the Pandorans time to get stronger compared to me. So the way this game gets more and more difficult is you get more and more of the big, like the big enemies. You don't get the little grunts anymore. You're getting sirens and all these weird names. Like
anytime I think of like a alien grunt, I always think of the grunts from Halo.
Yeah, those little guys. Yeah. Well, so
what were those aliens called? Like the Flood or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But so these guys would get stronger, and like there was one of them, I can't think of what he was called, but he had like 500 hit points, and a shield and armor. So like it took so many turns just to take him out. Then they have these little crabby things that are like weak, but they run really fast.
Mm.
And they get close enough to you and they leech onto your face.
Fucking face huggers.
And when they do, you're mind controlled. Now you're part of their team.
Oh, great.
So the only way to prevent that character from fighting against you is to shoot that thing off its face.
Seems reasonable.
So a lot of what they're able to do is create other things that you have to focus on rather than them. And that was kind of annoying. So like they're able to like spawn in new characters and shit too. So that was annoying too. So there was a guy that would shoot these like little slug looking things, right? They're really weak, except for when they attack you, they do poison damage that continues to go until you heal, which makes you waste a turn basically to heal yourself. Plus you got to waste those turns just killing those little slugs so that they don't poison you instead of focusing on them. And they can do that shit on every turn. It was so annoying. It's like they get unfair advantages big time.
Yeah.
And
gotcha.
I played forever before I knew that I could add abilities to my characters.
Yeah, that's always the worst.
So all I've been doing is every time they leveled up, I just added points to their regular basic abilities, like willpower, or because they only have like 3 categories, and I just add points for speed so they can move further on each turn and get closer or get further away, whatever you got to do. So willpower, speed, and strength. That's it. That's what I kept adding things to. But down below that, there's all these cool little like abilities. Like one of them is called a war cry. And if you have a heavy character, which I did have one that lasted a good while after Jacob died. The war cry is any enemy within a certain radius gets 1 less point per turn, because each turn you get 4 points, and usually like just shooting takes like 2. Moving a certain distance takes 1. Stuff like that. So when you've used up all 4 of your points, your turn is over for that character, and then the next character goes and all that.
Yeah, it makes sense.
That's kind of like every other turn-based anything. So from my experience, there's a lot of reasons for me to want to go back and just start over.
And just with the knowledge
because I played like 6 hours the first night.
Well,
how many hours is it? I started at 6:30 and I didn't stop till 4. I stopped streaming at like 10. I streamed for like 3.5 hours.
So you stopped. You played from 6:30
until 4 a.m. That's like 10 hours.
That's 10 hours.
It's almost 10 hours. So I played all that. Then the next day I played more. because I watched a couple videos and it's like, duh, why didn't I build another ship? So and recruit more guys for that ship.
You saying
why wasn't I taking my people back to the base so they can heal up before I go and fight something else? Like all this shit, like so much strategy that I don't know nothing about.
Yeah, things you didn't even realize you could do.
And like, so cool thing is it's kind of like Fallout 3 and 4 where you can like aim.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought the same
body
thing.
Parts like the head. And it's advised by like everyone that you do this. You don't just shoot them. You like aim it. And when you do that, it'll tell you
how much damage is done.
Like how much damage and plus how much armor it has right there. And what of their abilities will it disable if that, like say for example, if you shoot their arm, well, that takes away their ability to shoot their gun.
Yeah, well, yeah,
have obviously. A gun that's a two-handed gun, and you disable one of their arms, they can no longer shoot you. Or the ones that do the mind control, if you disarm their head or whatever, you disable their head, they can't mind control you no more.
I would hope they would stop.
It doesn't mean they can't do other shit. No, I mean, yeah, they're not dead just because you've disabled their head, unfortunately. Oh. But a lot of the attacks that you do will cause bleeding damage, which continues to go on. Like they continue to bleed, but they can also heal just the same as you can heal. But you can only take so much shit into each battle.
Yeah.
So like you can only take so many first aid kits. You can only take so many grenades, and the grenades were horrible. They didn't do shit really, at least not that I noticed. Like you would think the grenades would be awesome.
The one cool thing I saw you had was the what was it called? The Scarab?
No, the Scarab, the giant. Yeah, well, see, that was another thing I didn't realize I could do. I could take the Scarab onto the ship and ride around, and basically every time I fight, I have the Scarab to fight with.
Ah.
I didn't know that.
I also saw the Scarab was destroying buildings and shit.
Yeah, the Scarab will take their cover away, so then you can, or also it'll blast the shit out of them. Those grenades or whatever, the rockets that come out of the Scarab are pretty potent.
Do you have to precise aim with that? Gonna aim for the
same idea. You get a giant like red cone of area of effect, basically.
Yeah, I got you.
So you can get more than one enemy within that cone, within that circle.
No, like closer to the middle, would it take more damage?
Yeah, probably more of a direct hit would probably do more damage because it only. So, like, say you only hit their right side, so that'll do damage to the things on the parts on the right, like their right arm or the right leg.
Yeah,
and maybe a little bit on their head, but if you can hit them dead center, you're going to hit every single one of their zones all at once, with however much damage they take. You know, some of their characters also put shields down on like every turn. It's so annoying. So you have to move to get an angle around the shield to like take out their arm or take out their head, body, whatever it is, whatever you can hit.
So I will say I would have probably played a lot more of my game if I wasn't. I just wanted to play some more of that COD.
Yeah.
Because me and you haven't been able to play together in a while.
Yeah,
with our schedules and shit.
Actually, we hadn't played together since the beta.
Yeah,
until last night when we got to play.
So that's the only reason I didn't play more of my game. You're trying to get used to your new sleep schedule.
Yeah, so I'm up all night.
Yeah, so you got that going for you.
So yeah, I played till 4 a.m. Then I played probably 2 more hours, but then every single, like, they raided my base again and killed everyone.
Oh, team wipe.
So I have another. So it was annoying. So luckily, I caught the hint to save.
Mm-hmm.
Save often in that game, so that way, if something like that happens, you just revert back to the previous save and figure out a better way. And luckily, when I did that, they didn't attack my base again.
So it's just random.
Yeah, it's random because they'll go around and they'll attack other bases, and you can help them. So you have 3 factions.
Mm-hmm.
You can't make every one of them happy because they don't like each other. These are regular people. There's one faction that seems like a damn cult.
Mm-hmm.
And they all have different approaches for how they think and that their morality is always a little off in one way or another. So you have to kind of like pick and choose. There's no way you can make all three of them happy with you all the time, because they'll have special missions they want you to go on, which basically screws another one.
Gotcha.
And every time you help one, it pisses another one off towards you. So whichever faction hates the other one worse. So what I did, I just basically tried to keep one of them happy and didn't even care for the other one. There's some Jericho something, whatever it was. They were like the cult, and then there was another one that was like some kind of weird, like what they do is they try to use the alien technology.
Well, that seems like
they kind of crossbreed themselves, so like they're half alien and half people.
Oh no, I thought you meant like they were trying to make alien guns or something.
They do. Well, all of them do that. So anytime you finish a battle, everything that's left behind gets taken for research.
Okay.
So then sense. You research it and you learn more about the enemy, and you're able to battle them better. See, all this shit is what I should have been doing early on,
but you didn't know about.
But yeah, so the more of that shit I could have done and gotten, the stronger I would have been as it went along. And then there's like up in the upper right, it tells you about how much like what percentage of the virus is left. So like it was like 90 whatever, and then I got it down to like 77.
So I'm assuming you win when it's at 0.
No, I guess. Well, I don't know, because one of the guys doing the videos, he had it at 2%. I don't know, but maybe. Yeah. I noticed that. I looked up on his little thing, and it was like 2% when he was showing things on,
Mm-hmm. I feel like you'd have no enemies then at that point.
I feel like this game would take. I only opened up 3 bases, and only had 2 flying aircraft things, so I think it would take over 100 hours to beat this game.
Oh, probably
easily, if not more. And that's just to beat the game. Like, it's not really like there's side quests, because everything's a quest, I guess. And some of the spots like kind of reminded me of Mass Effect, where you just ride around and you like probe the land and you pull the resources out of it without fighting anyone or whatever. Because nothing's there. It's like desolate. So you just pull all your like resources out of it without ever really having to go down and personally do it. You just hit the button, and then now you've gained 600 food and 500 whatever materials. So, but then you'll click on one, and it's like a place where you have to go fight them and steal some of their tech, and then run like hell, because there's no way you're gonna win. You can't kill everyone. So you get in, you get the shit, and get out, and hope you all get out alive. So you fight as minimal as you need to, but you need to hurry up and get your ass up there and open the chest, and there's like looks like a little walking man symbol on the ground where you can leave. So basically you all just retreat, but once you get the thing, that was kind of cool.
So it sounds like you really enjoyed this game.
Yeah, I mean, surprisingly, yeah. Like I said, I mean, I think it's playlist. That's not going to be play right away list, because like you were saying, considering I don't know anything about strategy games, and I don't really have. I played XCOM before and hated it, so I thought as soon as I found out it was the same.
Is there a multiplayer aspect to this game?
I don't think there is. I think it would be easier to not have to battle this shit alone. Believe me.
This sounds like a game I'd want to try.
Yeah, I don't think there is, but that doesn't mean I'm right. But I didn't see anything suggesting that there was either. It was way more fun than I ever expected it to be, but I did go into it with a positive attitude, figuring, whatever. I was going to get a couple hours out of it and figure it out or whatever, see what I can figure out. See if I've gotten any better at strategy games. No, I really kind of haven't, but
yeah, just from a quick Google search, the developer said there's no
multiplayer or
it
whatever.
says there's no future plans for multiplayer.
Yeah, so. They may come out with the Phoenix Point Part 2 or something, and maybe that'll be the new something they've added. I think it would have made it a lot easier to deal with, and it would be really cool because you could share resources and attack these ships together with your whole ship full of people and my whole ship full of people, and we could probably take them out. But
I mean, just even strategizing together, which I guess you could just do with a single player game, but just me and you talking together like, oh, you should do this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
It's like chess at that point.
Yeah. But it's cool. I mean, it was, I would definitely put it on playlist. I will go back to it. I just don't know when or how or to what degree. That's kind of what's cool about it too, because it's not the type of game that you have to sit there and dedicate a lot of hours at once. Mm-hmm. You can just go back to it and play a couple hours, leave it, forget about it for a while. You know.
What rating out of 10 would you give it?
Probably an 8.
8? Okay. So we're both we're about in the same
I think if I was more of a strategy guy, who knows? I probably would have been like, oh, it's a fucking 10 or whatever. But yeah, the fact that it got an 8 and it's a strategy game from me, that's saying a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So, moving to a different topic. Special edition consoles and stuff. Have you ever went out of your way to buy any
special edition consoles?
Consoles, controllers.
No, I would definitely not.
I would say games, but I mean,
the main reason for the consoles is that the price is jacked way up just because it's special edition. And
see, I only see that when you're buying secondhand. If you buy them new, I never see that. Maybe $10, $20 more. But usually when I'm buying special edition stuff, it's because I want to upgrade to the better software. So, for example, I talked about how I wanted to get the new OLED Switch, and it already came out. It's the Pokemon Special Edition one. And it's the exact same price as a regular OLED Switch.
Well, that's different, though. That's rare, too, because usually every time there's like that, there was a really cool Gears of War, like Xbox 360. It made cool sounds. It did all this other shit. I think it had a slightly larger hard drive.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like $100 more than you know, just a regular 360. It's like,
did it come with anything that the regular 360 didn't?
Sure, it came with the game, I think.
So I mean, I guess
who doesn't have Gears of War? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess that's one.
And at that point, I really don't think anybody was paying $60 for Gears of War.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it was like Gears 3 was the game at the time, and it was really cool.
I can't ever recollect special editions being like that. But is there any special edition that would come out or has come out that's made you consider paying the extra money for you at least?
I mean, like I said, just that Gears one, but that's still $100, and I was like, nah.
Yeah.
And I already had 3 or 4 of them 360s anyway, so
yeah. For me, as you know, I like to go into the retro collecting and stuff like that, right? It literally depends like on the price difference. So like I know I bring it up a lot, but the PSP. Talking to that seller I bought this one off of. This one's the Star Wars Special Edition. This one was either $10 or $20 more than just a regular black or silver one. And I said, sure, why not? You know, pay the extra $10, get the special edition. And my whole thought process was it might be worth more in the future.
Yeah, it might.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. That's a total hit or miss, man. Like you know, I mentioned it before.
It's a gamble.
If you're buying it based on that it's going to have more value later, then you better put that shit in a box and never touch it. That's the whole friggin' point. If you, it works right now and it's worth twice what I paid for it, and then you break it or it breaks down and it's worthless, then all of a sudden,
I will say I do have a case
or all of a sudden no one really gives a shit about it anymore. Like whatever it is, like everything seems to run its course. Believe me, I used to collect football cards. those were increasing in value when I did it, but now they're not worth the shit. So
I'll tell you right now, you should have kept them because in 2020 they fucking shot up again.
Yeah, but still not even compared to what they were. And that's the risk you take if you're trying to be like, oh, I'm getting it because it's a collector's and it might be worth something more later.
It doesn't help that
it's like buying something just to plan on getting rid of it. It's kind of like,
yeah,
and then you end up stuck with it because you don't want to get rid of it. Like
I never end up doing that, but
it's like I don't want to get rid of it now because if it's going up, it's going to keep going up, right? No. Then all of a sudden you wish you had a year ago or whatever. So
my whole thing is I collect anyways, and if I have the choice between a special edition or regular edition, and it's a small amount like $10 or $20, if it's $100 difference, that's going to sway my vote towards the regular edition more than the special. But you mean $10 to $20, I can find $10 or $20 on the ground or something, you know? I'm not going to cry over $10 or $20.
Yeah, so I guess. To me, it's like, what are you paying for? Again, because it's a special edition and it's got something you could have drawn on it yourself. You could have scribbled a fucking
I couldn't, but
Mario mushroom on that shit or whatever.
I couldn't, but someone could have.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Or you know, oh, it's a special color. Like you can't fucking spray paint the shit yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it just depends on like what it is. Are you really getting value, or are you just getting novelty? Are you really going to pay fucking $10, $20 for something that's literally just as good as the one that's $10, $20 less, just because it has a fucking pretty little picture that you like on it?
I don't know. I also like the novelty though. So
everyone likes the novelty.
I guess it's personal preference here.
So.
With that said, me and you were looking at custom controllers before this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you pay? You just bought a new Xbox, right?
Yeah, I bought a Series X.
For $100 more, you could have it customized any way you want. Would you pay that $100?
No,
not
at all. It's already $500. Shit.
Yeah, fair.
That's like, you know, these places like a restaurant or whatever. They raise up their prices all of a sudden on you, and then they expect you to fucking still want to tip.
No, I don't even.
No, I'm not saying tip a waitress. I'm saying like if you picking up the fucking food yourself and you're.
Oh, I'd never tip for that.
Or like something I deal with a lot at work is food trucks.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of the same idea. I mean, I'm not trying to go off on a whole different subject. I'm trying to tie that subject.
No, I get. I 100%
thing. You're getting the food. They're not like fucking delivering it to you or catering to you. They're out there and the food's already overpriced. It's like $13 for like 2 hot dogs or some shit, or 3 tacos or something.
Mm-hmm.
And you're already willing to pay that. And then always when you use your card, there's a thing on there asking for a fucking tip, and you have to feel like a dick. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I never do. I'm like, no, I'm not fucking tipping you. You didn't bring me the food.
Do anything.
It pulled out of the kitchen, and I'm taking it. It's that simple.
So. I could be wrong, but that to me, that's ultimately the same thing. It's sort of like the same. Why would I pay more for something when I'm not really getting anything more out of it?
With that said, I do always tip if I sit down and eat.
Yeah, you should tip the waitress. She's bringing you shit, and I mean, unless she does a terrible service or whatever, or waiter or whatever.
Fucking leave a penny then.
Penny for your thoughts. Since apparently I've heard all your thoughts while you bitched the whole time.
So for me, you know, I'm just going to use $100 as the base for this. You know, that $100 customization would also depend on what kind of customizations I could do. Like, is it just a different color? That's not worth $100 to me. Is it a whole custom design or something that I couldn't do myself? You know, I guess I could sticker it, but that's not the same, you know?
Stickers.
Or, I mean, my wife's an artist. She could paint whatever I wanted on my Xbox if I really wanted her to. But, you know, saying those things aren't available to me. You know, I don't think like just reskinning it in different colors worth it. You can pick up $20 skins at the most expensive from like D brand shit like that to just skin over your Xbox.
Yeah, or just don't and let it be just like it is.
Whatever.
I mean,
some people don't like things as simple as you. Some people like their stuff to match the rest of their setup, stuff like that. Yeah. Like you said your Xbox matches your setup better than the
because it's black. That's not most everything in here is black, yeah.
But I mean, if that was just your intention was to get the X, and I know it's not, but if it was your intention just to get the X because it matches the setup, you could have just picked up a skin for the S, right?
Well, yeah. I mean,
or get it customized.
Or I could just deal with the fact, so what? The S is white. It's not the end of the world.
I don't know. I like having color schemes and shit like that more than you do, apparently.
I don't care about color schemes. It's not even about that, though. You're making it about one thing, and it's not. Like, ultimately, it's value. Are you getting value for what you're paying extra money for? If it's nothing more value other than, oh, it matches my color scheme.
Well,
no one fucking cares, dude. It's not worth $20 to $100, depending on what we're talking about, extra just for the value. I'd rather, if the specs were better, something was better and worth $100 more, absolutely.
No, what if they added like RGB to it?
Like some of the shit we were looking at, in the past about like the specs, like does it have an OLED screen? If it did, maybe that'd be worth it. You know, things like that make more sense than, oh God, does it have a fruity fucking mushroom on it or something from my favorite game? One of the fucking Pokemon members stickered on the damn thing, and now all of a sudden it's worth $30 more. No, that's fucking pointless. In the end, you're gonna wear it out by playing it, and it's not gonna be worth shit no more than what it would have been worth if you didn't buy the special edition. Or you're gonna wish you still had that $30 to buy something else that you see. Then the very next day, you're like, damn, if I didn't spend $30 more on my damn Pokemon edition, whatever, then I would still have that $30. Huh?
What do you that has nothing to do with it. The Pokemon edition is still the same price as a regular OLED Switch.
Oh my fucking God.
We've already been through that.
That's not even the point. Now you're going off the point.
You bringing up something that wasn't even talked about here.
We're still talking about, is it a special edition? I don't give a fuck if it's Pokemon.
No, that's not at all what we're talking about.
It is.
I'm saying customized to your liking. Colors, design, anything like
it's still the same difference. It doesn't fucking matter, William. It's still the same idea. So, I sure am glad I spent $30 more to have this thing match my color scheme or whatever customization versus the original version. Oh man, this cool game has dropped down to $30 that I've been wanting forever, but now I can't get it because I already spent that $30 on fucking making sure my controller matches my goddamn setup.
I mean, if you're that dumb, then I mean, if you're spending your last $30 on it, don't do that at all.
No, you're spending your last extra $30.
Okay, that's
what I'm talking about. So now I don't have the extra $30 that I could buy the fucking game, a whole game, or whatever. I don't know. Your fucking car breaks down and now you need a $30 part for it. And you wish you hadn't wasted it on that. Now you got to fucking dig into some reserves to fucking. I mean, I don't know what else to fucking tell you, William. I don't see it has to have value.
That's all you have to say is you don't think it's worth it.
I don't. And I mean,
all I'm saying, my whole thing is it depends on what type of customization you can do. It's not just, like I said, you can't just put a solid color on it and say it's an extra fucking $30 or $100.
Just has to have value. Has to match. Value has to match somehow.
But like if they were able to, I've seen some that are pretty cool. They added like RGB to the fans, shit like that. I'd pay $30 for that. But I like RGB a lot.
I like RGB. I got RGB all over all kinds of shit.
Yeah. But like if that was just an extra $30 or something, sure, why not? If I have it. I mean, I'm not gonna go like, oh shit, I need this super bad. Give me the $30. Anyways, you can also just go to Five Below and pick up a $5 fucking LED strip.
Yeah, I was thinking that, but I wasn't really thinking $5. I was thinking like $20.
No, I literally saw one for the Series X today, and I thought
it's probably horrible. most of the shit you can get there are just terrible.
Yeah, because I sent you some pictures from Five Below today. I saw that. I was like, maybe I should get this for him. I was like, nah, that's not his thing. Because you lay is your Xbox sideways or is it on the straight up and down?
What Xbox? Which one?
The S, the X.
The X is standing straight up because the air thing is on the top.
Oh, okay. You can still put it on its side, I think.
You can put it on its side, but then you'd have to like make sure there's nothing blocking
leaning against it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So basically, these lights they either attach to the stand or it's a separate stand that just attaches to the first one. And I guess it'd be kind of cool, but you could literally do that anywhere. I guess Five Below would be the best place to do it. But lights
probably, yeah. Then if it only lasts like a week or two, then you'll know, like, yeah, I wasted $5. I didn't waste $30. I wasted $5.
But no, I was watching some videos the other day. My wife was watching with me, and we saw this guy who bought it was like Series X that was like he bought it off eBay for like $700. And like the people who customized it did they did fucking weed leaves in it. And he was cracking jokes at that because he just bought it because it was the only customized one he saw apparently. And they put like RGB in it in it and stuff like that. So there was RGB on the leaves and stuff like that. And it looked pretty cool. I mean, I wouldn't have weed leaves on it, but, looked pretty cool. You could change the colors to whatever you want. There's a light in your fan, right? There's a green light up there. And the Xbox fan.
I don't think it's a light, but maybe it's a light. I think it's just colored green on the
Okay.
We have black. You have the little holes. I can almost pick it up and carry it over there.
Yeah. So that fan had the RGB on it, and he could change the colors in that, and that looked actually really good with how it worked out. So that was pretty cool. But I was thinking like 200 and it was like $250 extra you paid from base model. I was like, that's a little steep.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. That's all. That combined with me and you looking at custom controllers today.
Yeah.
Which the custom controllers were definitely more reasonable. Because
I don't think so. I think
the ones that came with the back pads were a little more reasonable. I think
$30 has back paddles.
Yeah.
I mean, $30 fucking dollars, and it works. It's Turtle Beach. It's not Scuff or Elite 2s or whatever, but like $30 compared to $200 and something for the same functionality.
I would say if you buy any of those two, buy one that works, but fucking just buy it used. Some other idiot already paid the $200 for any of that shit.
That depends. If he's getting rid of it because now it's done worn out, it's got the stick drift from hell, it's got, If it's battery, like most things that are battery powered, I will not buy used because they've already ate into the battery life.
Yeah, you can change out the batteries in those, can't you?
Most stuff, like most things, not anymore, man. They make the batteries internal, and it's not like something you can replace.
No, I mean, I'm sure you could, but you wouldn't want to.
Like, I don't know how to replace a battery on a PS controller. Like, when that fucker dies and it doesn't take charge, even though you can plug it in, like, the only way all of a sudden you can play it maybe would be plugged in.
If that happens to you, send it to me or give it to me.
Happens to me, it's fine because I'm always right close. I don't play across the room from some shit.
Yeah, so but if it happens,
I can stay plugged in. I prefer it anyway.
If you have an extra one, let me see it, and I'll try to see if I can't just even trying to change the battery out.
Yeah.
I guess it would depend how much soldering is involved because I don't know much about soldering. But yeah, that's cool. You ever seen the YouTubers who do like repairing old consoles and stuff like that?
Yeah, we talked about that before.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, we already talked about that on the show on like probably 2 episodes ago.
Oh, I love that shit.
Yeah, we watched the guy. We watched him because I saw there was one where he was fixing the mini fridge in the
Juggernaut fridge, right?
And the Juggernaut, right?
Yeah, we watched that same video. Okay, I fucking want to learn that shit so bad, but that means I need to. It's a
small investment. You gotta go buy a bunch of broken.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. I have to go buy broken shit,
and then I mean, really, then you just have to know what the hell you're buying, but invest in the pieces that are missing.
Yeah, I have soldering stuff too, so I mean that wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, you gotta know what the hell you're doing still.
Yeah.
Or you just put it together, plug it up, and it catches on fire, or some shit.
Learning experience, man. I die in a house fire. I learn not to do it again.
No, you'll never do it again at that point because you'll be dead. So, yeah. So I think we can try to hit some of these topics. So I put on here like achievements and trophies. I know like I used to play like to try to 100% everything and get all the trophies and all the achievements or whatever.
So when I think of achievements, I think back in the Xbox 360 days.
I think that's when they kind of started.
Yeah,
I don't think the regular Xbox had any.
I can't remember that far back.
I don't even know when trophies started because I didn't have a PS2, and I'm guessing it was probably during PS2 or 3.
So back in the day, in the Xbox 360 days, it was a huge deal for everyone. Whoever had the most achievements was the coolest. I remember we talked about them before. The Achievement Hunter guys, they had they had the what was his name? Ray something Jr. It's one of those Spanish names.
Yeah, I forget. Yeah,
but you know who I'm talking about. He was big into the achievement world. I think he was number 1 most achievements at one point or something. Number 1 or like number 5, some big deal, But back then that was a big deal. Nowadays, no people talk about achievements anymore.
I think they still do. Some of my friends still have like a ridiculous damn gamer score.
I mean, I know you compared to you, my gamer score is a joke.
Well, mine's over what I got, like whatever 16 years or some shit. You know how like when you look at your profile, it tells you like how long you've been a member. It's some high ass number.
See if I can't check it out on this menu.
So that's part of it. Like, I've had that much time, and I spent like probably 3 years where that's all I focused on, man. I'd play a game even if it was shitty. But if I knew you could get 1,000 down gamer score off of it real easy, then I would still play it.
What was that one game we played? Open Season.
Yeah.
Where we fucking 100% of it.
But what I wouldn't do is whore myself out and play like Avatar.
You have 151,000 achievement score.
151,000. I have a friend that has 750,000.
I believe it.
He's on my list. I'm like, because he was one of them that I like added because we wanted to what do you call it?
Swap secrets?
No. Where you play together.
Oh, co-op. To get achievements together.
No, not co-op.
Boost?
It's a word. Boost. Yeah, we were gonna boost for achievements, and we did back then, but I don't do that shit no more, man. I don't have that kind of
time.
Just that kind of like stick to itiveness or whatever the hell you want to call it to sit there and play. Like, so some games they don't stack.
Mm-hmm.
So if you play it on like the hardest level and beat it, you still got to play it on the second hardest level and beat it the whole game. Some of them, if you play the hardest level, you get the achievement for every level.
Every single one, yeah.
But some of them don't. So then,
I want to say Crysis 3 was one where you had to play through every level and every difficulty.
Yeah, there's some. What really sucks though is there are some games where I'm like one achievement away. Outriders, one achievement. Some stuff like that. Like, to me, the only real purpose of the achievements and trophies and stuff is it gives you that one extra reason
to play.
Not just that, but the one extra reason to do something that you maybe wouldn't do during your gameplay.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like, what I'll do, even still, I'll look through the achievements before I start playing the game. Because it would be pointless to pass by the opportunity to get the achievement when it wouldn't take anything extra to do. Like, I'm not going to sit there and grind and boost and do all that shit anymore like I used to.
Yeah.
And same with trophies on PlayStation. It's the same idea. Like, if all I have to do is like on Modern Warfare 2, you're going up a set of stairs and there's a dude in a porta potty. Shoot the fucking porta potty and you get an achievement because there's a dude in there and he's going to die. It's killed the guy in the porta potty or whatever. You would probably go right by it and one of your teammates would kill him when he busts out trying to fight or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you would miss the achievement. But it didn't take anything extra other than just knowing that that's what you needed to do it, and you got the achievement.
It's pretty funny, honestly.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, a lot of achievements are funny.
Imagine just taking a shit in a porta potty and take a bullet to the skull.
Well, it was all over. At that moment, he realized he should have probably held that shit for a while and been more ready to fight. But no, so that's that's sort of the point behind achievements like now versus then.
I could see that, but I still think it's not as big of a deal anymore.
But is it just not as big of a deal because you're not hearing about it, or is it not as big of a deal?
Yeah, I definitely don't hear about it.
To me, it's not as big of a deal to me. But I still think there are people out there who will sell their soul to the devil for a fucking achievement.
Yeah, I'm sure there are, but not nearly as many as there used to be.
I don't know. I mean, we'd have to literally run a poll or some shit. Like,
everyone comment down below if you still hunt for achievements.
If you care about achievements, trophies, whatever, unlockables or whatever the fuck. I don't even know what else to even say.
Yeah.
I will tell you this, if I have a game that's like, say, if I have it on Xbox and I have it on PC and I have it on some other platform, like it was free or whatever, I'm going to play the one that has achievements tied to it before I'll play the one that doesn't. When it's the same game.
I'll tell you what really sucked.
Or trophies.
Was when you like 100% in a game, got all the achievements, and then DLC came out and now there's more achievements.
Well, that doesn't suck for achievement hunters. That's cool. One thing I think sucked is I played a game called Hellboy. I got every possible achievement, but there was one secret achievement that they never added to the game. So you didn't get 1,000. You got 940 or some weird number.
Jesus fuck.
Or 950 or something stupid. Because there was one achievement that was supposed to be a secret achievement that no one ever got. Because they didn't add it.
That's fucking funny.
They literally abandoned the game before they could add their last achievement or some shit. It was Hellboy.
Like, for real, they just didn't add that right in?
Yeah. They never added the last achievement. It don't even have a name. It just says secret achievement or something stupid. So I guess that's what you're doing, is looking that up or something.
Yeah, because I want to read about this. That's funny.
You can look at my list of achievements for that matter and see that I literally have every single one except that one.
Oh, I guess I could, can't I? That'd probably be easier because I'm not really understanding how to look it up.
But yeah, it's on Hellboy. It was a game for, I think, 360. It was
360.
Super old. It was kind of cool, but kind of lame too at the same time. It wasn't perfect, but it was okay. It was kind of decently fun.
Yeah.
Most of the achievements just naturally come from playing the game, which is cool too. I think some games are a little too, like, developers are a little too proud of their games. So they like make the achievements like damn near impossible, or you have to play the game for like 500 hours. Like some of the weird Gears of War ones are like, get 57,000 whatever, I don't even know, kills or whatever. Like, damn, how many times you got to play through the game to get that many? And shit like that. So,
man, is there not a way to search up achievements?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. Either way, ultimately, there was one left.
Yeah.
Sounds like something we can revisit instead of like taking the time to do it right now.
I guess. I just wanted to. I don't know. I didn't see anything about it when I looked it up, so that's why I was wondering.
So, anyways, you can look it up when we're not recording, and that would be great. So let's I want to play some Would You Rather with you. So
okay, since
we've been doing this, I've kind of collected some Would You Rathers for William. It's the gaming edition. So would you rather play a really easy game that's way too long or play a tough, challenging game that's way too short?
Are both fun?
That's all I put in there. Would you rather play an easy
Well, I feel like
a really easy game that's way too long, or play a tough, challenging game that's way too short?
Probably a tough, challenging game that's too short. Because I feel like that challenge is what part of what makes a game fun. Yeah. If the game's too easy, then you're just gonna go through it and like, well, that wasn't worth playing.
You're gonna hate this next one.
Because the easy game's gonna feel short if it's easy, but a short game that's hard is gonna feel long.
Well, that and it's gonna be a long, boring pursuit.
Yeah, that too. Yeah,
it's just so easy. It's like playing itself. The game is playing itself. Would you rather play an 8-hour Loot River marathon that's nonstop and no quitting, or wasting time? No quitting or wasting time. So, in other words, you can't just waste half of the 8 hours just talking and not playing. Or would you or never be able to play your favorite game again?
All right. Oh, Loot River it is.
8-hour Loot River marathon.
Oh yeah.
Tune in, kids.
You're not taking Pokemon from me.
God, that's your favorite game.
No, I think Borderlands is. I don't know.
About to say, what the hell?
I couldn't think offhand.
Either way, there's some games you wouldn't be willing to give up versus an 8-hour marathon of Loot River. All right. Would you rather burn your Nintendo Switch or never emulate anything ever again? Jesus, I should not have done this one.
Oh, fuck, man.
I think it's an easy one, actually.
I mean, I guess burn my Nintendo Switch because I'm buying a new one anyways.
There you go.
That's fuck easy. You, dude.
I made it easy.
You're the one that's going to receive my old Nintendo Switch.
And those were the would you rathers. I only made 3 just because for time purposes. So I showed you a video. Oh, God. I showed you a video. We can talk about this for just a little bit. Well, I sent you a video and you watched it, rather.
Yes.
Explain to everybody what was on this video.
So this video was like, it was just a compilation of girlfriends destroying their boyfriends, mostly Xboxes, I'll say. It was mostly it
was Xboxes. That was kind of weird, yeah.
And the last one was
here or there.
The last one was a girl destroying her boyfriend or deleting her boyfriend's fucking World of Warcraft account, which is fucked.
After he spent hours and hours, he was one of those
hundreds of hours
or whatever.
That's fucked. But yeah, so the video was fucking devastating. It hurt my soul.
It was hard to watch, wasn't it? Like, it was soul crushing.
And the video quality was terrible.
Yeah, well.
I mean, come on, Dad. If you're gonna show me something that's gonna destroy me, at least make it in 1080p.
Well, because it was all people's like home video. Like they were videoing the shit with their phone.
I know. Like, back in the Xbox 360 days, there weren't good cameras on phones either.
Yeah.
I mean, if I did that.
So I sent it to you because I was just curious. Like, is any of that? Everything in there looked like a crime to me. I don't know.
Yeah, it seriously did.
So because you're mad at your boyfriend for being a gamer,
so
means you should destroy shit. And in some cases, they even assaulted the boyfriend a little bit.
Yeah, the one chick literally threw like one of those old Xbox.
A golf club too. The first video, she bashed his TV with the damn golf club and his Xbox, and then threw the damn golf club at him.
She didn't hit him with it though. It was more like
an aggressive he caught toss. It, but she is still in the heat of the moment. What if it had hit him?
Yeah,
in the face and busted his teeth out.
The one chick literally hit the dude in the face with one of those heavy ass 360 hard drives. You know which ones I'm talking about. Those things are heavy. They're not light. He hit him in the fucking
crazy.
Hit him in the fucking face with that shit.
So these are crimes. I don't understand. Like, how does it mean? Why don't you just break up with the dude? If you're mad that he's a gamer, I mean, believe me, there are worse types of men that you can be with.
Destruction of property is a crime, right?
Yeah, it to me it all seems like CDV. Like if it was the guy doing the shit.
What is CDV exactly?
Criminal domestic violence.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Basically, it seems like if it was a dude that did the shit, that's what would have happened. The police would have came and arrested his ass, and he'd have a record for criminal domestic violence.
Yeah.
But because it's a girl and she's in her feelings and she can apparently just bust shit up. I don't know. Doesn't seem fair.
And I don't know, a lot of these videos seem to just cut off, but like it was mostly just the guy in disbelief. There was one where the dude's like, get the fuck out.
There was another one where the dude was like crying. He looked like he was about to damn.
That was the World of Warcraft one. Guy. He literally started crying and like he fucking punched through his monitor. He was so upset. And I mean, if he spent hundreds of hours on that game, I don't really think I can blame him.
I mean, he was invested in it basically at that point. Like, I would hate that. Like, it'd be like if I ran through, like, did Phoenix Point, it was like 99% out of 100% in that game, which probably takes 300 fucking hours or something.
Yeah.
So if I was 280 hours into the 300 hours, and then somebody literally just somehow deleted it off the cloud because now it's in the cloud. I'm sure my saves are in the cloud, but somehow it just whatever. It's no longer in the cloud.
Oh, one of them, the girl threw the dude's PS4 out the window and was telling me it's just a prank. I bought you a new one, and the dude just goes, "All my saves were on that. It doesn't
because
matter.
That's how it used to be. There was no cloud.
Yeah, he's like, it doesn't matter if you bought me a new one. All that's gone.
You smashed it all to
this is still, this is still my
part that of my one life. She dropped out the damn window. She dropped it out.
Yeah.
Off the like.
So there's a chance it survived. Floor. I mean,
if he knows somebody that can, recover that shit, probably.
I mean, if it don't look too fucked up, I'd try plugging it in and see if he can't back it up. Well, I mean, honest to God, it just fell out the window. It looked like just part came off. It didn't look like any interior was fucked up from what I could see.
The one video was kind of funny. It's like the girl was smart enough to know to turn the TV off before she hit it with that metal.
Yeah, she unplugged the TV and then bashed it with
a bat. She bashed it because if she had done it, who knows? She might have zapped herself.
It was one of those old CRTVs too, so she would have shocked the fuck out of herself.
So she was smart enough to,
And all the dude's friends were there and everything. Like, what are these chicks thinking? Like, guys would have fucking jumped her ass. I feel like that some of this shit was planned out.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But, I mean, obviously, some of them you could tell weren't planned out. The dude was literally fucking crying.
Yeah, some of that could have been staged. I mean, who the hell, like, every time there's a cameraman, conveniently, but like some of them, like they're planting cameras in the room for the very moment. Like,
yeah. Well, the one chick was like, I haven't been laid in like a month. He's been too busy with his Minecraft, and I'm like, break up with him, go find some strange. I mean,
I don't know. Break up with him. If he's that bad of a boyfriend, why does it mean you have to commit a damn crime and assault and like bust up people's shit for like to get attention? Jesus.
At least that one with the golf club wasn't too bad. She only busted the monitor. She didn't hit the Xbox or anything. I mean, it's still fucking terrible. These monitors are expensive. I know.
Hell yeah.
$700 right here if someone came and busted my shit up.
Oh my God, I would lose so much. There's like a $2,000 computer, fucking $500 Xbox, 3
I'm just talking about monitors.
Yeah.
And she just came and, my wife decided she was pissed at me gaming. She came and busted up all my monitors. Fucking 100. I don't know how much this one was because you gave me this one. 300. Yeah,
that one when I bought it was damn near 300, but it's outdated. It ain't worth that now.
Close to $700 here.
It's only 75 hertz or whatever, so refresh rate. But
my most expensive one I got on clearance, so I don't even know.
Even still, doesn't matter if it's worth $20. You shouldn't have it bashed just because you fucking play games or whatever.
No, it should be bashed if I want it to be bashed.
I mean, that's why we have laws and like whatever because. Yeah, you can bash your own shit. That's not a crime. But if somebody just bashes your shit, You can't just do that. You just can't. It's not even a fucking thing.
Well, also, I know those laws are weird because I've known people who have like had a drunk family member who lived with them. You know which one I'm talking about. And he would go around breaking their shit, but there was nothing they could do about it because he lived there.
I don't know. It seems like there was nothing they wanted to do about it.
Oh no, they definitely called the law. I was there when they did it.
No, I'm saying like when the law got there, they're like, "Oh, this is just more paperwork than it's worth." If you had dumbass living with you, that's your fault at this point.
Yeah, it was simple. Seriously, that's simple. Kick him out.
Yeah. So, so yeah, that's I thought that video was pretty fun. Entertaining. Basically,
that's fucked. Is what it was. Heartbreaking, man.
Somebody put in the comments I thought was kind of weird. It was a girl. She said, "This hurts my heart because she said if her boyfriend was playing a game, she just plays the game with him."
Yeah, there's
Imagine that.
I have mentioned my favorite game is Borderlands 2 to be exact.
It's a co-op game.
It's a co-op game. Me and my wife have played it together. Not recently, but if she really thought I was spending too much time on the game, I'd be like, I have an extra controller. Let's go.
Ready up.
I mean, if it got that bad, I don't really get a chance to play that many games in any more time because I'd rather spend time with my kids if I can.
Yeah.
Especially the boy. He likes to wrestle. And he's weaker than me, so I always win.
Oh, wow. He's weaker than you because he's what? 2? 3?
Well, now he knows what a body slam feels like.
Body slamming 3-year-olds. There's a damn hobby.
He laughs about it, though.
That's cool. So you want to talk about anything else, or do you want to?
I guess we should probably get to our wheel spin.
Get to our wheel spins. Yeah. All right. Let me.
Just because we don't want, too long of episodes.
Yeah, we don't want it to be too long.
Yeah.
Pull up my wheel here. My wheel. Open up bigger. Share my screen.
Also, if there's anything anyone would like us to talk about gaming-wise,
please leave a comment.
Please.
Any suggestions are good suggestions, except for go jump off a cliff or you suck or anything like that. Well, hell, even still, it'd be nice to have that comment.
Yeah, right?
We may even share it on our next episode. Who knows? All right, William's going to spin first.
No, you spin first.
All right, fine. I'll spin first.
I spent first last week.
All right, here goes nothing.
I hope you get an Xbox game.
It's an Xbox game. It's in the green over there. RoboQuest. No clue what it's about.
Probably a quest with robots.
Something to do with robots. All right. RoboQuest.
I hope it has nothing to do with robots.
Oh, here comes an ad.
The credit building
Oh, who cares?
It's super simple.
All right. Super simple, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks. You're welcome for the free advertisement. Whatever. Don't really care.
All right, spin my wheel.
All right, Williams wheel.
Power Rangers.
Mighty Morphine.
No, I saw it.
Oh, you just passed it. Yep.
XO1.
Sounds like space-related shit. So
we're gonna read this.
We're both seemingly in some kind of a future type thing. So we're gonna look these games up. Let me quit sharing my screen real quick. Oh, stop screen. There we go.
XO1 from Seoul indie developer Jay Watson is a gravity-defying sci-fi adventure where you take control of an alien transport system that is capable of manipulating gravity, drifting, rolling, and ultimately flowing through enigmatic Thank you. Animatic and desolate worlds throughout the far reaching of space. I think it says space. It cuts off there.
Far reaching. What am I looking for? It's RoboQuest. What?
RoboQuest. That's it.
I mean, what am I looking for? Like, what?
Summary.
Summary. That's what it is.
Yeah. Far-reaching corners of the universe. The narrative centers around your mysterious mission, giving glimpses of your previous life on Earth as you explore each planet with your crew. That said, Exo-1 is very much a solo adventure. There you go.
Very good. Kick some metal ass. That's what this says. This is actually cool enough. I think I might share the screen because this thing looks cool. Here, let me show you this.
Dude, this plays on the Unity engine.
Look at here.
My game came out in 2021, so it's a new game. What the fuck?
Kick some metal ass. The year is 2700. Humans live scattered through the desert, struggling to survive. It's looking pretty bleak. So there's all kinds of shit. Think fast, shoot faster. RoboQuest is a fast-paced FPS roguelite. Oh my god, roguelite. There's that word. But at least it's an FPS roguelite. So
hold up. Playable in solo or two-player co-op mode.
Two-player co-op. Yep. Jump into steel shoes of a high power. Just depends on when we stream or whatever. If you're there. Which for most of my streams you're there for like 10 minutes and then you're gone. So
well, your last stream I fell asleep during. And then I fell asleep and then my phone died.
Steel shoes of a high-powered, hypermobile robot and fight like you've never fought before. And here's some pictures of.
Oh, that's cool.
That
kind of reminds me of Overwatch.
Yeah, it's got a little Overwatch vibe there with the art style. It's pretty cool. That's a Steam thing, but I won't be playing on Steam. I'll be playing on Xbox.
Yeah.
That's cool. So that should be fun.
Mine just says adventure game. So, you know.
Yours is an adventure game?
Uh-huh.
What was it called again?
Exo-1.
Exo-1. I think I've seen things about it. It looks kind of cool. Very space-like and whatever have you.
Yep. So I'll probably be streaming same time as usual, Friday. At 8 or 9 at twitch.tv/MewWill.
And I'll probably stream I don't know. I work till Wednesday, so probably Thursday. I would say same time I did this week, which was Thursday at around 6:30 maybe.
If it's around that time, I could possibly jump on and maybe be muted because I'll have kids up still.
Yeah.
At least for like half an hour or so until they go to sleep. And then I could talk.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. So
that's cool. So that's our wheel spins for next week.
Although that does depend on my work schedule.
Everything depends on both of our work schedules, but
well, I don't have a schedule. It's when I'm done, I get to go home.
Right, same idea. So yeah. Thanks everybody that's made it this far. You're definitely pro level.
And the secret word for making it this far is Game Boy phone.
Okay. So Game Boy phone.
Yeah. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.
Do all that.
If you're a real pro, you hit that little ding-a-ling bell so you get notifications when we upload.
Because we also upload little shorts in between each episode just for y'all to check out.
And they're all pretty great.
And other than for that, we'll catch you on the next one.
See you next time, noobs.